So please introduce yourself. What's your name and what is your job title?
My name is John Sanzone. I am the CEO of Trenchless Supply Incorporated. So I've been in this industry for about 13 years. Started in about 2009. I've been with Trenchless Supply for almost 2 years. So my background is I'm a second generation plumber. My dad started a company here doing plumbing and did remodels and new construction. And early on we got into service, and then I started seeing a need for drain repairs. So I started the drain division of his company, where just got tired of digging up some of these things that there was no need to destroy the building, cut up tile, or cut into the streets when we could line it. So when I found out about lining, I got heavily involved into it, wanted to do more research into it. And that's kind of what led me to where I am today. Trenchless Supply was started January of last year, so almost 2 years. Again, I really wanted to focus on training and consulting and helping contractors be successful. Like, for example, there's cities around here that have outlawed lining, and that's because these installers don't have the knowledge or training. They, for example, this city, they stopped lining because people were overshooting into the city and leaving it. They didn't know what to do. There wasn't a tool for it at the time, or they would collapse a liner and people didn't know what to do. So then they just outlawed it. So I know what a great tool lining and spray lining can be, but with a properly trained installer and how to go over and address the different issues. So what I wanted to do was focus on that and be service and training forward. And that was basically why I started Trenchless Supply. So there's a lot of companies that have opened up lately that are selling pipelining equipment, and a lot of them all sell the same thing. Maybe it's because it's a big brand, or it's a popular item to sell. We went another direction. I focused on what is the relationship that I have with that manufacturer, what is the quality, and how much control do I have with these partner companies. Basically, if I see changes and my customers tell me things need to change, I want that to happen. And some of these other companies, they're not willing to do that, and we really wanted to better the industry. So there's a lot of equipment out there, and we have some popular items, and one of our most popular items is our spray epoxy system. The fact that it is portable, lightweight, can be moved easily from room to room, and we're not wasting epoxy. That's a huge benefit compared to some of our competitors that may be wasting a lot more material, taking longer times to dry. We can cure in about 45 minutes. We're still using an epoxy. We're not using a polyurea, so we get adhesion. And the waste is a huge factor. Like, imagine if you're doing a 65-foot line and you have to throw away your hoses every single time. That's a big deal. That's a lot of epoxy that you're throwing away every single coat. Ours, when you're done, you can wash the spray head, so you're not wasting the spray head. You can wash the static mixer. You can reuse that static mixer depending on the condition of it, and you can cap your hoses. So virtually no waste is done there. So we're eco-friendly. So I think the biggest thing to keep in mind when you're looking for products and equipment, especially if you're new to the industry, build a relationship with the company that you plan to buy from. Because if you start buying onesie-twosies here and there, you don't have a relationship with any one person. If you have a good relationship with a company and they treat you well, you're more likely to get taken care of better. You're also going to be able to probably get some sort of status with that company, and it will just help you in the long run. Do your homework in regards to how knowledgeable is the staff. Are they just salespeople, or have they actually been in the field? There's a lot of great companies out there, and I'd like to say that we're one of them. But if you have a great relationship, that is awesome. That is the number one step I would say to make. The number two step is, depending on the product that you're purchasing, how well does that company do with that product? Is it a secondary, third level product for them that they just kind of offer to make some extra sales, or is it something they push and promote and that they train on and that they have product knowledge on? That's huge. For example, somebody may be great and have a lot of great descaling machines, but when it comes to lining, they have no knowledge. Probably shouldn't be buying material from them on those products. Keep an eye out for 2023. We will be launching a training program with our premier trainer, Tomas Matten. He is from Bolden. He's been in the industry for years, and anybody that knows European innovation, they are ahead of us, probably by 10-15 years. So that is something to look forward to. I see the pipelining industry vastly changing over the last couple of years. I mean, you take this system and now you're adding science behind it and you're adding tech. It's really cool to see everything come together. So for example, where people were only curing by ambient temperatures, now you can eliminate your working time and you can cure by ultraviolet light. And so what people are going to start to see is, as that ultraviolet light comes into play and more people are using it, there's different nano waves and things that you have to take to labs to find out what your resin cures at best. And you're starting to see more technology. For example, even in some of our spray units or other units, they have Wi-Fi apps. Cameras now have Wi-Fi apps that you can record to. You didn't have that years ago. So I'm excited to see where our industry, with all these industry leaders, goes in the next 10 years. It's only up from here. All right, so we have a lot of new things coming. Due to our growing client base, we are going to be expanding, making our products way more available to each individual, whether it's West Coast, East Coast, or Midwest. We are going to make it more available for you. We also are, like I mentioned before, have that training program where you can fly to our facility, be trained, or we can go on site and train you and your team. That's a good question. I actually really like that question. I think that I want our customers to, when they hear Trenchless Supply Incorporated, I want them to think quality. Quality first, because we didn't skip anything when it came to making these products and launching them to our customers. I also want them to think service. I specifically took people that were not from the industry because I didn't necessarily care about anything else other than service. I wanted my customers to know that they are taken care of, whether it is day or night, weekends. There's a reason that now we're open on weekends. That's service. For us to pay somebody extra to come in on a Saturday, it's worth it to us, because now you can pick up product. We can also, since we have so many shipments going out the doors, we can start shipping out on Saturdays as well and prepping to get your stuff out the door. So that's what we want you to think. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of our customers and all the support. We started out from such a small little area, and just the last year and a half we have grown tremendously. Orders are constantly going out the door. Customers are always calling. We appreciate you guys. You guys are part of our family, and we want to help you as individuals grow as well with your businesses and your installations. So thank you, and we look forward to our future with you guys as we grow even further.